Let's try from this phone. Alright, we had to make some adjustments. Will it let me flip the camera? You know what? I'm just gonna do it on the YouTube app. Alright, so it's live streaming. So I will try to make the best of this. I can't see myself. I can see myself in YouTube, but I'm a little bit delayed. So you guys bear with me. Hi, Dr. Chrome. All right. So today we'll be working with one particular turtle, our new turtle, Mr. Squirt himself. You want to grab him for me, Jazz?
Yeah.
We are working on a turtle dock for Mr. Squirt here. He's our new painted turtle. I'm going to dry him off a little bit so he's not slipping around in my hand. But this is Squirt, and he's a painted turtle, and he's super docile. We work with our turtles to get them to this point, so they can be very handleable. I'm not sure how old he is. We've had him for about 3 months, and he's a house favorite already. The dog loves him. They sit at the corner of this tank, and I'm building him a dock today because he's scratching his neck up when he jumps in the water, because his other dock is basically just a drop in the water. So we're going to do that with some clay, and then it'll be a template for some concrete later on. So we're going to put him back and get started. I can see your questions if you have any questions or concerns. So hold on one second.
On the way?
Yeah. Here, you can hang on to him if you want to. Here.
Making sure.
All right. Sorry about that. So I'm going to flip the camera and show you what we got going on here. This is the filter that is housed in his tank now. I want to raise the level of his water. Sorry, I'm messed something up. Here we go. Sorry. So this is in place. I'm using clay because it's a familiar medium for me. I can carve it into whatever I want to. And there will be a filter on this dock too. But I'm going to basically build out a little bit at a time, just roughly, so I can see what I'm working with. Sorry for the banging, but I need it to mold to the plastic here. so I can pull it right out and sculpt it later. You want to monitor the chat for me?
Yeah, am I doing it off of YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just answer the questions, because I got a few here. Can painted turtles come in all colors, green, blue, red? Yeah, there are morphs of different painted turtles. I'll try to grab Coda, but he's in a deeper tank. Just the color difference between Coda and
Squirt.
I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Squirt are like night and day. Coda's very black, and his emblems aren't very stand out, where Squirt's almost look like hieroglyphics. Some of them you won't even notice until you turn them over. They could have so much grime on their shells. So now that I have the filter kind of blocked in, I can start to build out from there. Stilts. I want the filter and the plants to come right about there. The tank is double this size. So I'm going to build stilts. And this is just going to be a rough outline today, folks, just so you can get a background into some of the things I do and how I do it. So we're going to try to square that off. And I got some tools here. Sorry about the background. We have 3 mischievous dogs as well in this house, and there will always be noise. So I want his dock to be about yay high. So I'll start building slabs, and none of these will be connected until I'm finished. So I'll leave this seam here just in case I want to adjust it. And that's the good thing about clay. I'll leave that seam there as well. Alright, I need another chunk. And the person in the back is Jazz. Jazz, you want to introduce yourself?
Hello.
despite her voice, she is an adult. Because I know we're going to get questions. All right, so sorry about that. I had to dig in this bag and get some of this drier clay. And this is not needed, so I'll let you get a view of these turtles while I'm kneading this clay, and we can talk about them for a little while. They blend in pretty good. This is Arrow right under the hide, and that is Zoom peeking out right there. They saw me peek up, so if I stand up, or if Jazz would walk over there real quick so you can see how these turtles react to humans.
Watch them not do anything because I just walked over here.
When they see you, they'll lose it. When not particularly Arrow. Arrow's gonna either come say hi,
yep. Oh, there's one up here too.
and Percy's getting yelled at. Percy's the big German Shepherd. And there's Jessie. Jessie is a menace. I wouldn't be surprised if we see her try to climb out the tank here in a minute. All right. Sorry about that. I was working, not used to using the camera. Let me come back here a little bit. So this will be, I probably need to make a bigger slab here, but when it dries it'll be rigid. Right now it's just a little flimsy. And I can sculpt it a little more once it dries too. Basically, he'll get on here. I'm gonna put a little ramp in, and this is where the spotlight would hang in the tank. I'll show you his tank setup now so you can get a gist of what I'm trying to do. So he normally hangs out in the corner here. Ow. My hand is not food. But he's a very sociable turtle. This is him testing to see if I have food. I don't have food. But this is the ramp he has now. And this is the filter in his plant situation. But I don't want him to tear up the plants because they give some quality to the water. But also, I would love for him to swim more than he can now, because he beats the tank up with the booming off of this. There's no easy transition off of this. This is not a good turtle dock when they are bigger. So I'm giving him a different situation now, something better that can elevate him in the water. If I didn't have the plastic in here, I would torch this to dry it, but I don't. Dowel. You can accomplish this with expanding foam, but I want to make a mold when I'm finished, because I'm going to put some carving time into this. I want it to look real nice for him. And those are regular skewers I just stuck in there. Like I said, I'm not sticking things together now. I'm just kind of piecing it together like a Lego set. That's not staying there. That's just the gradient I want to have for the water. I think I'm gonna carve some turtles into this, so give it a little bend. I like to blend my skills to different things, lend my different skills to other ventures, and I like to build their hides and filters because they run a lot more efficiently. I have one filter that I never have to clean, and it's because it's handmade. Sorry about the noise without you seeing what I'm doing, but I gotta move. So I want this to go in there, about there. This will be the trough for the plants eventually. I should have pointed that fan in here, but it's fine. I'm making this so he has no places to climb here. They're actually really good climbers. I don't know if you saw his nails or not, but they were huge. Any more questions yet, Chaz?
From Dr. Kroon, she asked, is that clay or clay?
This is earthenware clay. So this is the type of clay that you throw pots with or make pots with if you're a potter. It's just a little on the dry side because a few kids like to play in the clay too and not close it. Now these parts I'm laying on thick because keep in mind I'm going to carve this. I'm going to carve a design into this, either with the Dremel or the clay tools in general. But the whole point of this is to direct the water where I want it to go and to give the plants all the nutrients and kind of double filter the water. You guys that follow, tell me which turtles you like the most, which turtles you like the least. Some standouts on the channel are always Koda and Kazimbo, just because I always catch them doing things in passing. Maybe it's Squirt with his rambunctious nature. He acts just like a teenager. My goal is to hide this filter and also double filter the water. That's the whole point of this, and to give him a cool looking dock. So I'm not doing this for no reason. This is just an old filter that's exactly the same as the one he has. So this needs to dry. And then I can add more to this so it's not collapsing when I put the clay on it. I mean, the cement on it. And I can kind of file that away. But this is a rough outlook of what it will be. He will be able to get up here, and then there will be another hump here for him to climb up and get extra heat. And so he can't fall in here. This down here, sorry, I kind of lost you off the tripod. That happens more often than you think. Sorry. So he will be able to get under here also, so he can hide from the light. And these plants will provide shade for him too. So he'll have multiple hides, multiple different degrees of temperature when I'm done. This is my first stream with this particular streaming app, and it's not the best, but I'm going with it. It's very new to me. I will get better, and the streams will get better. Jazz, what do you like about turtles? You want to tell them what you like about turtles?
What do I like about turtles? Maybe it's because, like, we have a lot of turtles, and they all have a personality all of their own. Even though they're all, like, cohesively together, and we interact with all of them, there's not a single turtle down here that I can say is exactly like the other ones. Like, they're all different.
You brought up a good point. They're all different, and I had a post on TikTok about Cleo, and
That's a leopard gecko.
Cleo is a leopard gecko, you're right. And she was doing her little hunt thing before you put the food in, like she always does.
Tail.
Yeah, she waves her tail. So a lot of people thought that she was doing a territorial thing to another gecko that we have, and it's absolutely not the case.
But, like, that's not a bad point to mention that some geckos, if you, like, house multiple geckos, but you don't keep them near each other, they will be territorial. The difference between that and what Cleo did is that all of our geckos are pretty much all in the exact same area and interact with each other very consistently. So we knew she wasn't being territorial with her because she's like that only when we feed her. She's not really a kind of gecko to really get territorial because, like, she's the oldest gecko, number one, and she's interacted with all of these geckos down here on a multitude of times in a variety of settings. So we knew for a fact that what she was doing wasn't because it was territorial, it was because she saw food.
Yeah, and that's a good point. Not every gecko reacts the same to every situation. So what we aim to do is teach people and also learn from this community too. We don't know 100% of everything, and I don't expect that anybody would. But one thing we know is our particular animals and how they behave and what they will do and won't do. You have to make the best of your situation for your animal. And that's one of the things I would like people to take away. You do the best you can and not give up. A lot of the animals we have are because people thought they were in situations where they couldn't keep their animals, and it's not the case. With a little bit of ingenuity, you can do anything.
Either they didn't want to keep them, they couldn't keep them, or they didn't know how.
Or, yeah. So we will keep dropping knowledge and doing builds. This is a slow build today. Usually they are. So we will keep plugging away here, and I won't bore you any longer with the drying of the clay, because that's what's going on now. The clay has to dry so I can take more and add more to it. But keep following. We post something on our social media daily, and our Patreon will be exploding with content soon. I just have a lot of editing to do.
And shortly, we will start have our YouTube up faster.
Yeah. So, future streams coming soon. We will be moving the tokay geckos, and I think that will be something to see. We'll see if they get out. We'll see if I can control them at all, but they have to get out of the temporary situation I put them in. So that will be coming next, what's today, Tuesday?
Today is
Monday. Next Friday. Yeah, next Friday. So tune in Friday at the same time, 8 o'clock. We will be moving our geckos and we'll be talking geckos. So we are a turtle hut. As you can see, we have animals everywhere: tokay gecko, frog, turtle, frog, turtle, tokay, Leo, crested, Leo, turtle, Leo, and bugs to feed them all. So we'll be showing you guys our setups and our trials and tribulations. And hi, Amani. Next time we will have more content, more animals. This was just a spur of the moment to test this new app. So you guys have a good night and we will see you soon. The problem is it did not stop streaming. See, it's still going.